Okay. In fact, your question is based on three sub-questions. The first one is on the skilled cybersecurity force. Well, that's a big challenge. For the past many years, we have been talking up that you require good, skilled cybersecurity professionals to be there in any of the verticals. But then that still hasn't happened as what it was expected to be. We have cybersecurity professionals, I would just like to put with an inverted commas that a theoretical practice is still more as compared to the practical exposure. That's one point of view. We require a large quantum of the cybersecurity, well qualified, trained, practical professional to be there. In terms of the budget, as what we talk for the in terms of the organization technology budget or in terms of the security budget, well, organizations well few years before were slightly constrained, well not understanding the power of technology. But I believe in the last few years, and especially during this last 5 to 6 months, organizations have now realized that it's only the technology which can ensure that they shall be sustained. And therefore, under this review, many organizations today, they have their budgets to be revamped, and most of them have now increased the technology, the security related budget within the organization. As compared to my organization itself, we have taken a stand that the budget what we have got for the manpower, equivalent amount we are now trying to put in technology and in terms of the security. So we are aware that in the days to come, our people, we also shall be working from home remotely, and therefore under these circumstances, I think investing in technology and security becomes a big paramount important. And last but not the least, as far as the remote working is concerned, well, it's a new normal. Well, before the COVID, if any high flyer professional used to give 100%, for example, well, I think in the remote working can give 110% also, because there are a lot of positives as compared to the negatives also. Positives is a lot of time is now being saved from moving from one place to another place. A lot of time we could now use in ensuring that the mind is used in a lot of R&D research work, so on and so forth. Well, the negative perspective is that getting that quotient of all humans together, as all colleagues together, that has become one of the negative as far as the remote working is concerned. But all in all, I think we all have to accept the new normal, except for few months, till once again we come back to the resurrected glory of all we coming together as one unit, as one team, meeting physically, talking and setting up the goals, objectives, so on and so forth. Well, that's my take, Deepak. I think most of the points are covered by my colleagues in the panel. Just one or two points which I would like to slightly stress upon, and that is what we do is that we have focused now more on the R&D. In fact, as an organization, we work on the cybersecurity practices mostly after the breach has taken place. So normally we do the post-mortem as how the breach has taken place, from where it has taken place, and then of course issue guidelines that how it could be secured, how the organization's network or the resources could be secured. What actually the question what Deepak you have said in terms of the pressures as far as these attacks are concerned, what we have done is that we have set up a dedicated research team, and the job of this research team is to get onto these cases which every day 5 to 6 matters they come, and we figure out that which is that particular case which is hampering the corporate world. Couple of them what we came across, one of them is on the spoofing IP, where many organizations today have become a victim of it. And the second part what we have seen is a huge exponential increase in terms of the ransomware attack. This I'm not talking for the corporates, but this I'm talking for lay individuals. So what we have done is that when we get matters, we have cases related to the cybersecurity breach, the R&D team works exclusively that what is that breach which is on the highest platter, then finds out what could be the viable way to prevent it, protect it, and of course, some of these particular breaches, they take the legal route. So we have one more team formed up, a small team formed up to ensure that if there is any type of a breach which has to take a legal route, what type of an evidence is required to the law enforcement, to the judicial agency, such as the breaches can be minimized, and the most important, the criminal or the hacker could be caught. Last 4 months, we had almost about 500 odd cases coming to us, and it was a big job. But let me tell you, these 500 odd cases, when you try to put into a bottle, we found out that these are essentially 5 to 6 different types of threats, which basically have been mushroomed into almost about 500 odd cases what we received. So in terms of the cybersecurity pressures, you mean to say, we are geared up to a large extent to ensure that we will not be a victim to a large extent. Of course, I'll not be over optimistic to say that we won't become a victim of cybercrime, because if I do say, then I feel that I'm wrong to my conscience and I'm speaking wrong on this panel. But then risk plan, risk mitigation plan, the severity report, and the most important, the contingency and how to come out of it. This plans or these mitigations now we have put into place, and the same we are trying to create an awareness in terms of training, in terms of case studies approach to a lot of our particular stakeholders, to a lot of our particular clients, to a lot of our particular corporates, such as they would not get to be victimized. Well, that's my say on to it.